Yeah, all these damn tournaments. But yeah.
I think I mixed both of them up
Yeah,
together.
you know what? They call it now the Emirates Cup. So thank God they got rid of the in-season tournament shit. It's called the Emirates Cup now.
But I wish I had a better name for it. But you know, whatever to make the sponsors happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's so funny? Melo had a theory on that. Carmelo had said, I think he kind of gave insight to what's kind of going on with the league. I think they're trying to pitch the All-Star game to be like an event overseas.
That'd be good.
Yeah. And then they think
Like
that
Europe?
they think that if they bring it to the Middle East, they can actually pay the players more to do the dunk contest and everything. It solves like two birds with one stone.
Oh, okay. I guess sell it to the collegies and
Yeah.
hopefully they pump in some money and
They're gonna pump in a ton of money. What? They're gonna pump in a ton of money in that.
But that's like the theory. I assume they think the collegiate kings are, and you know, these companies that are trying to be kind of like a lot more Western or a lot more like tourist hub, business hubs to like open up their country for this. It's possible. I mean, dude, it'd be much better. I think the All-Star game in America is kind of dead.
Yeah.
Like it gets views obviously because it's legacy, but overall, like you have to have like I watched the All-Star person out of spite just to make a vlog of how shit it was.
Yeah.
So you know, I don't even think you bothered to make a video on it. So like so like maybe in the Middle East it'll be much more entertaining.
You know, Obama has said something about the All-Star game.
Yeah, what did Obama say?
I think he had a meeting with Tyrese Haliburton. And yeah, like he did. I don't know how Tyrese got to sit down with Obama. Maybe it's for the presidential campaign thing. It's like promo or whatever.
I think it's to campaign for Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Obama actually shitted on the All-Star game heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he went off topic too. He shitted on it off topic. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, what am I watching?
Yeah, he was. Bro, he was like, sick about that shit.
I think last season was the big. I mean, we talked about it like a couple podcasts ago about like trying to sell to sponsors, right? Obviously, like TNT, Warner Brothers are kind of out the picture, and Amazon. I think Adam Silver made it an emphasis. You remember he brought in Larry Bird and a lot of these legends, the 75 players of all time. He tried to make it a whole gimmick of this being legacy in order to sell some sponsors. So the NBA, they do have it in like a lot of pressure to make this a big deal, the All-Star game, and kind of bring back the prestige. To me, it's like ridiculous that guys like Zion Williamson, John Morant, Anthony Edwards never participated in a dunk contest.
Yeah, again, Melo, I think Melo kind of gave insight. He didn't want to elaborate on it too much, but he said he's hearing talks that if they do bring it overseas, it could be a whole event. People are going to bring their families. You know, sheiks are going to end up buying this shit. You know, you already know how it is. But actually, real quick, we could actually hear what Obama had to say. I got it right here.
All right,
let's check it out.
Well, I just read the room. It's like the All-Star game. You read the room. It's a precedent that's set.
Can I say something, though? Y'all got to have a little more pride in that All-Star game. I mean, look, it's not as if y'all don't play pickup during the summers.
Right.
So you know how to play in a way that, all right, I'm not going to hurt anybody. I'm not going to take anybody out. But that All-Star game's it's broke, man.
Well, I mean,
like people just like not running, everybody just trying all kinds of.
Well, I'm not.
It used to be when Kobe and Michael and Isaiah, those guys were playing, man. I mean, they weren't playing the way they did regular season, but they wanted to win.
This sounds like a conversation with my pops right now. He gave me the same speech.
It insults the game.
Well, all I said is my first All-Star game, I came off the bench. So I'm just reading the room of what's going on, and I'm just going to adjust to whatever.
No, I agree, but everybody needs to be just like, all right.
We got to lock in better.
Lock in better.
Well, we had
because you're showing out. This is this is your business. This is your product. You don't want people thinking y'all out there just half-assed.
That's a good point. We had a full meeting before last year's All-Star game.
And it didn't work.
It didn't work. Who came in? I'm so mad at myself. Larry Bird came in there and gave us a speech about taking it more serious.
Take it more seriously.
Could they change the stakes, though, in a real way? To do something to make it where it's like...
I mean, the problem is y'all get paid so much now. Although the in-season tournament turned out better than I expected.
Yeah.
Right? where people that the incentive there, but partly because the game counted towards the season. But y'all need to do something because
We got to figure it out.
because
for sure.
I ain't watching that thing no more.
Obama letting them know. He sounds like a person who bought
course.
courtside seats that is tight.
Yeah. He said, "I ain't watching this shit no more."
Seriously, that's a bad
He
look. Yo,
choked up.
Tyrese couldn't even say shit.
No, he's right. Like, bro, it's an embarrassment for the league.
Yeah, but
I
a
mean,
great.
forget that the president said it, man. That's a fan telling you it. He represented all fans who watch that shit.
Yeah, and it's funny because he also mentioned how much the players are getting paid.
Yeah.
That's going to be very noticeable in the next 10 years, how much these guys are getting paid. Because for the All-Star game to be looking like that, the All-Star game in the future is going to consist of players who are making 60 million plus.
Yeah.
60 to about 112 per year. That's going to be crazy to see them half-ass a game. That's going to be nuts.
Oh, 100%, bro. Especially when the NBA is looking to sell, like, bring in advertisers in, right? Because that's the most important thing. And, you know, if these guys aren't playing up to par, bro, then you're not having the collegies or the European companies or the American companies. Nobody's going to invest in that shit. Because, bro, this is your second biggest event after the NBA Finals, right? The All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
So you actually do need it to be prestigious. Also, when you're talking about the Gulf countries, you also see, like, obviously the Emirates sponsoring the kind of the tournaments, but you also see Qatar Airways. They sponsor the Brooklyn Nets. So you're kind of seeing a lot of these Arab countries or these Gulf countries really investing in the NBA.
Yeah, they are. They are. I mean, that World Cup 2022 is like the blueprint. You know, that was like the test, actually. They seen it. They're like, they tested it out. They're like, oh my God, like if we get these events, it's a good look for the country. You know, it kind of puts us on the map.
The economy, bro. I went to Qatar Airways when I was going from like Pakistan back to home. Bro, they invested a lot at that airport for these guys to come in.
Yeah. Over there's it's been kind of on the trajectory of being westernized for a while.
Yeah, it's been like this.
They brought in museums over there from out west. And they've been
festivals.
Yeah, they've been trying to do that for a long time. I would say probably for the last like 20 years. They've been trying to, but it seems like they realized the sporting events bring people together on a whole nother level.
Yeah, then you could bring in these tech companies because I think the Emirates, most importantly, and even the Saudis, they want to bring in these tech companies, kind of like go further away from oil dependency. So I think the NBA could really be like, they know the NBA, especially soccer NBA, they could be a key factor in kind of like grifting away from the oil dependency.
Yeah, like diversifying their economies.
Yeah,
like I said, the World Cup, a lot of people didn't think that World Cup in Qatar was gonna work out. And the way they kind of had everything set up in such a short time, they show that, hey, you know, they can put in work. They can make things work out, and they can make themselves a destination.
They can be tourist friendly, everything.
Yeah, they really have. It was. I'm telling you, man, that Qatar World Cup was really successful. That was one of the better World Cups I've seen in my life.
Great. It was a great presentation. I don't even watch soccer, but I know like the presentation was incredible.
Yeah, I actually seen it when I first came out here. It was beautiful, man, to be in December, because I'm used to being in NY during the summer. You know, in the city watching the World Cup games. It's crazy, man. There's bars, there's Brazilian bars, French bars. Like, you got all different cultures. But out here, I'm not going to lie, man. I came out here. It was December. It was like 80 degrees. Man, you guys have a whole area for soccer. That I've never seen before. I never thought I would see that in America.
There's a diehard base of soccer fans.
Yeah. Yo, I went to pitch 42. Yeah, that place is fire. The whole place is set up. It has like a dome. It's like a soccer dome. And it even has a soccer field inside the bar. Like a little mini indoor soccer field. It's pretty dope. I think it's called Pitch 42.
At one point, James Harden bought a piece of the Houston Dynamos. I don't know if he still owns it. But soccer is kind of like, it has a big underground scene here.
Yeah, no, big underground. It has a whole area. There's a whole area dedicated for soccer out here.
Yeah, but you're not going to see like It's like not many people rep soccer, but there's a strong enough fan base. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
most people here, they rep the Texans or the Astros more.
Yeah, the thing is, I think it's generational because I know when I was a kid, they started having soccer in America. Like they formed leagues.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how long the league has been around, but I know it just started. Like it was
and
only
I
a few
think
years in.
is Messi still in Miami?
Yeah, he's in Miami. So you have to look at like this.
Yeah.
There's a generation that saw like soccer only through when Pele came out here in the World
Yeah.
Cup, and that was it. But then there's another generation that grew up with soccer in
Ronaldo,
their local,
Messi.
in their local cities,
Yeah.
and that's where that's where that the soccer explosion is coming from. You see ESPN more promoting it. It's I would say the landscape overall is different. It's more international, and you see the NBA adopting a lot of the international kind of flair of soccer, like the way it brings people together, the way the people from different countries can actually bond together because they know Messi, they know Manchester United, they know what's another team? They know the Barcelona, Real Madrid.
Yeah.
They can bond over these teams even though everyone speaks different languages. Like they know superstars from Brazil, from they know Luis Suarez, they know Neymar. You know what I'm saying? They know all these people, so that I think the NBA is kind of attaching themselves to that formula, especially with like Luka
the NBA
Doncic
has
and
become
all the international stars.
the NBA is becoming more globalized, right? Because like Serbia, the biggest player in the world is from Serbia,
Mm-hmm.
Greece. I guess Embiid doesn't really claim Nigeria, or Cameroon, but you could put him in that con.
Nah, but
Embiid's from Cameroon, right?
yeah, at the end of the day, he's African. Like there's no doubt he's
Yeah.
African. Like when people in from that from that whole diaspora see him,
Yeah.
they see an African representation the same way they saw Mutombo. That's a person
Mutombo.
from the diaspora, from Africa.
Manute
So
Bol.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like at the end of the day, it doesn't
Siakam.
matter what country he's from within Africa. They just seen
Yeah.
representation in the NBA.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so it's a good thing. I think Adam Silver has done a good job, especially with the in-season tournament. He got that like Champions League. He kind of infused that into the NBA.
Yeah.
It just takes a couple of generations to start respecting it more. Like I think
as players, as teams keep winning it, you're gonna see much more respect go for it.
yeah, and
But
then,
I know it's
and then
new, bro.
and also
It's fresh.
kids coming up with it. Like younger kids seeing it every year. They're gonna respect the in-season tournament a lot more, and you're gonna have players coming into the league like, oh, I want to win an in-season tournament. Like you're gonna see someone get drafted and be like, wow, I saw such and such win 5 in-season tournaments. I want an NBA championship, and I want multiple in-season.
I want it in my shelf,
Yeah.
achievement shelf.
Yeah, it's good. It takes a while, but it's things are meant to change. Look at baseball; they changed their whole playoff format.
Yeah.
Things are
No,
changing.
it's gonna change. It's a positive change. It's gonna take a time for it to like fully like pan out, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. The in-season tournament, I think it starts probably in a few weeks. No,
Yeah, I think it starts November.
I feel like this year they made it a lot longer. Last season it seemed like it was only 4 weeks and it was done.
I think it should be a lot longer, to be honest with you. I think it should span to January.
Yeah, me too. To make it a lot interesting, right? And then to make those games mean a lot more.
Bam, All-Star break a month and a half later, and the NBA just keeps being continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Continuity, and that's how you get fans to glue into an 82 season. As you keep bringing in fresh shit. As if you have like a 2 months of just regular basketball, then who's really gonna give a shit until All-Star break?
They could really make it like Champions League, because Champions League is like that. It lasts from I think it's from like probably like end of November all the way to May. I think all the leagues end and Champions League is still going on. Like the finals is almost in the summer, so the NBA could kind of make it like that, but kind of make it end before the All-Star break, and then make it an event. That in-season tournament weekend, it should be a whole event. It should be a 4-day thing.
Bars should be sold out.
Yeah.
People talking about it nonstop, because the Olympics really showed that. Olympics was nonstop talked about.
Mm-hmm.
bunch of narratives. LeBron, Steph Curry, even Devin Booker was able to make a narrative from himself.
Yo,
for
Devin
himself.
Booker really fucking impressed me during those Olympics. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah,
feel
he
like
was
I feel
great.
like he has a he could really be part of a championship team, like for real, for real.
Bro, he's a chameleon. He can adopt to anything.
Yeah. Very, very rare to see a superstar do what he did during those Olympics, playing that type of defense,
Yeah.
coming in, making those shots on very
Being an
few
on-ball
attempts.
player.
Yeah, very few attempts he took. It was almost like every shot Booker took went in.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, he really was, man. Really underrated during those. Him and
Credit to
Derek
him,
White
man.
and Drew Holiday, really underrated during those Olympics.